More room, more you put it. I can't know if I'm a before I'm a river. I love to call.
Yeah, Akwa Okuko, Onye Eze Jesus, and Eke has been granted bail by the Anambra State government without charging them to court. This is wonderful, don't you think so? Yeah, the Anambra State government said that all the herbalists and fake pastors, alleged fake pastors that were arrested or that are under investigation in Awka, Anambra State has been granted bail only if they can disappear from their custody at the moment that such a person will not be rearrested. This is good, man. It means that if, for instance, Akwa Okuko today disappears from custody at Awka where he is being investigated at the moment, he will not be looked for again. He will not be arrested again or rearrested again. He will be let go. The same thing applies to Eke. The same thing applies to Onye Eze Jesus. The same thing applies to all the alleged fake pastors and herbalists that were arrested that are currently in custody in Awka, Anambra State. Well, it is interesting to know that this is a big condition that people like Eke can fulfill, people like Onye Eze Jesus and Akwa Okuko can fulfill, since they claim to have supernatural powers. Well, it is interesting days ahead, and we are all watching. You know, this big condition was actually made known by the government, so we are waiting and anticipating to see it happen. The government said that where they are locked presently, that the keys to the cells or the keys to where they are being detained is with the Anambra State Commissioner of Police. So if any of them disappears from that place, that custody at the moment, that person has bailed himself from further investigation, because it means that the potency of what he is practicing or what he has been showing on social media is working. Well, people should not be sentimental about this. People should not be carried away by emotions. This guy has advertised on social media from time to time, telling us how they are powerful, how they can make people wealthy, how they can do this and do that. You know, Eke, for instance, claims that he can even make a shower that does not have customers to have more customers and stuff like that. Akwa Okuko claims that he can make people wealthy. So now it is time. It is a challenge, actually, and we are waiting for this challenge, for them to take up this challenge. And the government have said if they can prove the potency of those claims, they will let them go. It's as simple as that. And we all know that even the state government needs money. The federal government is into debt. So if they can prove this thing, who knows? Maybe Soludo will even employ them or even meet them to do okite for the state government, so that they will have enough money to do infrastructure for the states, create factories and create jobs and so on and so forth. The federal government that is into debt as well, maybe might even meet them to do okite, so that they can be able to pay the loan that Nigeria is owing here and there. Who knows? Who knows? So these are the things. So people should not be sentimental about it. For some people that will argue that what about fake pastors? Remember that Onye Eze Jesus is also in custody, because he claims that he is now a pastor, that is, he's now a born again. He even went further to go and establish a pool of Bethesda somewhere in Onitsha, Anambra State, saying that people should come there and do this and do that, they will become wealthy, their problems will go, and so on and so forth. Now, the government is saying, prove it. So, we are waiting. As we are waiting on Eke to prove himself. We are waiting on Onye Eze Jesus to prove himself. We are waiting on the Akwa Okuko to prove himself, and other people that are held there. Interesting time ahead. Interesting time ahead. Nobody should see these things as a kind of issue or a big issue. These guys have said they can do it on social media. So we are waiting for them to do it in reality now. But as we are waiting on them, let us remember that very cool, man. From the stories we had some years back at Onye Eze, Anambra State, when he was coming back from Lagos State, that Agbero people intercepted him, and they said he should pay tax to them as a tax collector. And Perikomas said he cannot pay tax to them because he does not live there. You know, I think he was on the way to Imo State. He was on his way to Imo State. He said he was not going to pay them tax because he does not live there. And they insisted. They searched him, searched his bag, took some money, took some items from there. And they said what they have gotten for him was not enough, that he should bring more money, which he refused. And they jacked him and took him to their office. And when they got to their office, the Oga was surprised and asked them, who is this man? What happened? What did he do? And they explained to the Oga that he refused to pay tax to them. And the Oga said, okay, bring him down. That was where that was where the problem. They knew they were in his soup. They could not bring him down. So from the story, they tried and tried, they could not. Along the line, somebody was able to identify him and said, oh, this is a strong man. This is a herbalist and this and that from a very powerful person. And he told them about the man, and they started begging Perikoma that he should please allow them to bring him down. Perikoma refused. And after much begging, he said, okay, they should give him everything they took from his bag. They should give him back. That they should give him extra things like fowl, drink, and I think a cow for sacrifice before he would be able to let them bring him down. And they agreed. He said, no, that they should bring paper and biro so that they will not forget anyone or make mistake. And they quickly rushed and brought paper and biro, and he started mentioning things they will buy. He mentioned it to them. They wrote them all. That was it before he now allowed them to bring him down. And after much, they took him back to the bus stop and put him in a bus like a king with a bag. And that was it. And they learned their lesson. They had to buy all those things that he asked them to do as well. So you can imagine that. So in the case of Akwa Okuko and others that were arrested, the police went there and took them for free. We did not hear that when the police went there, Akwa Okuko disappeared, they looked for him, or when they went for Eke was not able to, they were not able to move him, or he could not enter the motor, or there was some challenge. We did not hear anything like that. So now we are asking questions. We are waiting. People like us that are sitting on the fence, we are waiting to see those magic, those miracles, those magic they do to make people wealthy. We are waiting to see if, for instance, Eke can disappear from custody today, or if, for instance, Akwa Okuko can make money today to the Anambra State government. We all identify with him and rush and go and make our own money. After all, nobody like to suffer for nothing. So we are waiting, we are watching, we are anticipating. Please kindly subscribe to my channel for more interesting stories, more interesting happenings, gists happening in Nigeria and all over the world. Thank you.
More money. Divine connection. Favor. When you don't have a log was someone among Ogubi. Oh, Mukota Namona Gog, Mukota Namona Gokite. Only open an Abazelo no was, we don't have Abazelo Kit also. Never, Anama Gokite. Now, all Ogumana Wallow. I pass no great and we go all for success. Monoblock or Bono will live in a little Mono Mukota Namona Gog. onye ọbụla na-asa oke ite mee nke nwoke ite mee nke mụ na-agwa oke ite kweta na mụ na-agwa oke ite
akwụ onye ọgwụ
onye ọbụla chụbazie aja mmiri ka m gwakwa oke ite